Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to go ahead and change things up a little bit. I'm going to be doing a video on pros and cons of working at Bath & Body Works and why I stopped working at Bath & Body Works. So I've worked for Bath & Body Works two separate times. I worked for them from September 2018 to around June 2019, back to September of 2019 to December 2019. So I'm pretty much going to go ahead and just hop right into the video and give you guys the pros and cons. So one of my pros for working at Bath & Body Works, this is as being a part-timer. Now, as a part-timer, you do get the opportunity to have a lot of hours. Not as many, obviously, as the full-timers, but you do get a significant amount, close to 20 to about 30 hours, depending. You can pick up shifts from people as long as they're approved. Like, say someone, because we had an app, schedule would come out on that app, and if someone was scheduled on a day that they could not work or something came up, you would be able to pretty much take their shift and get the hours for that. So for me, that is a pro. Another pro is the discount. So I forgot how much the discount is for Bath & Body Works. It's, I don't know, between 10 and 20%. I honestly don't remember. I don't want to give you a false number. But the discount was good. The only thing about the discount is you can't use it on products that already have a promotion. So pretty much you wouldn't be able to use that discount at all, I want to say. The only way that you would be able to use the discount is if the products were at full price. But half the time, things at Bath & Body Works are not at full price. They always have the buy three, get three, the buy three, get two, or they just have different sales on different items. Another pro is the gratis. Pretty much what a gratis is, whenever they have a new collection, they'll go ahead and give you part of that collection absolutely free. That way you can take it home, try it out, smell the product, so that you can better recommend it to customers that come into the store. So for example, when I was working there, their gingham collection had just come out, so I got the spray and I believe I got the lotion as well, totally for free. Didn't have to spend any of my money to get those items, so that was really great. Anytime that they had a new collection, they would go ahead and give you a gratis. Pretty much every month they would do that, and you would get, I want to say, 2 to 3 items in the bag. So that's a pro for me. Pretty much when I started working at Bath & Body Works, I was doing it as a side job. I was working full-time at another job, and I picked this one up. Now, the interview for Bath & Body Works, typically it's a group interview, but the place that I got a job for, it was a one-on-one interview with the store manager. So I pretty much told her my availability. She asked me if I was available to work part-time. I told her yes. Because it was seasonal, like we're getting into all of the holiday seasons, and I wanted to go ahead and just pick up some extra money on the side, so that I could be able to afford Christmas presents for my family. I did have other interviews at other Bath & Body Works that were just absolutely terrible. One of the interviews that I went to, it was at a mall location, and the store hiring manager or manager, whoever it was, pretty much told me that it was a seasonal position, and seasonal associates would only get hours 0 to maybe 5 hours a week. And I was here thinking to myself, I was like, who would want to accept a job where you are pretty much guaranteed 0 to 5 hours a week? That's not why people get jobs. People get jobs because they need money. And obviously 5 hours a week or 0 hours a week is not going to bring in the income that you're looking for. So I was like, no, bye. But then I got the job at this other location as a part-timer. So I got pretty good hours. When the holiday season picked up, I ended up getting more and more hours. A lot of people were calling out because they were going, away for vacation with their family. And I would just pick up their shift, like morning shifts, because that's what I was available for, or weekend shifts, or shifts on my days off at my full-time job. So I was able to do that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and list the cons. So pretty much a con for me, sorry for the yawning, a con for me is pretty much being a seasonal associate. Because being a seasonal associate, as I just said, you do not get a lot of hours. And I find that really, I find that BS that they don't give a lot of hours to seasonal people. You need seasonal retail associates to, back up all of the traffic that you're getting. So obviously you're going to need to schedule more help. So it really didn't make any sense to me. Why is it such a big company? Not even that. Why is it a big company like Bath and Body Works, who is owned by L Brands, who L Brands also owns Victoria's Secret and all of these other stores? Why is it that your company makes so much revenue that you can't afford to have seasonal associates have more hours? That's just stupid to me. And cheap and stupid. Another con for me are the coupons. So there are so many. If you shop at Bath and Body Works, you know that there are so many different coupons that you can get and combine. Now, you can't combine a paper coupon with an email coupon, and sadly, not a lot of the customers know that, and it's really annoying that they don't know that. When they would go into the store and they would be like, hey, I got this coupon through my email and I have this coupon, well, I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, you need to go ahead and do a separate purchase to be able to use both. And the coupons really, to me, if you have a an email base basically, and you have people sign up for emails from your company to receive special deals and special promotions, it's pretty much exclusive. Exclusive meaning not a lot of people have access to certain coupons that other people will have access to. My problem with Bath and Body Works, or my store location, again, I don't know if this is all store locations, but my store location, pretty much they would just give the coupon to people. They would let us know, like, hey, get their email and give them the coupon. But other times, people would just be giving the coupons to people and people are not signing up for the email. What is the point? You are losing money in the company. That's aggravating. Because for me, I'm no business person. I don't have a degree in business, whatever. But why are you giving away coupons that save somebody 25 to 20% off of an entire purchase? You're losing company money. As of to where if someone comes in and they're exclusive and yes, they have the coupon, then yes, go ahead. By all means, give them that coupon. But if you're not signing up for the email to constantly receive promotions, you might never shop at this company again. You might just go in there one time, get a coupon, get a discount. You just lost the company money. Like, they're not going to come back and buy more products at the store. Or they might and just do the same thing over and over and over again. So that's a con for me. Another con for me is slow season. And I say slow season as a con because after the holiday time is gone, there is a period of time that is extremely slow for Bath and Body Works. Normally, right after the holiday season, when Christmas is over, they jump right into their semi-annual sale. And that goes on for like a week or two. And after that, like, business just slows. Like, it goes from here to like here. It just dies down. And because it dies down, they do not keep a lot of the seasonal associates. They do not give you any hours, whether you're part-time or seasonal. They do not give you hours. Pretty much they only give hours to the sales floor people that upsell you, and the managers and the stock associates. Those are the only people that will get hours during that time. If you are a part-time or seasonal associate, I'm sorry, but you're not getting any hours. Don't expect it after the holiday season. Like for me, when I worked part-time, like I said, September 2018 to June 2019. After after Christmas time, I would go from being scheduled 4 times a week to being scheduled 1 time a week for like 4 hours. And it just went on and on and on like that for a while. Eventually, they just stopped scheduling me altogether. I would look at my schedule, it would say off the entire week. Next week, it would say off. The following week, it would say off. So eventually, what happened to me is if you don't work for a certain period of time, you pretty much get auto terminated, which is what happened to me in June. Because I was not scheduled for a while, which was totally not my fault, I was auto terminated. So the manager called me and let me know that, and she was like, hey, if you're interested in coming back and working for us next season, we'll go ahead and give you a call, or you give us a call and then we can go ahead and work with you. I was like, okay, sure, no problem. At that time, I really didn't care because I was like, I still have my full-time job and the Christmas season is over. So right now I don't really need that extra money. Let me see. And then for seasonal, I'm not gonna lie, I worked there from September 2019 to December 2019. And honestly, being seasonal was way different than being part-time. The attitude towards you was completely different. Being part-time, everyone was so nice to you. They really made you feel included in everything. Being seasonal, you're literally there as like a side person. Nobody really pays attention to you. The associates don't really talk to you as much. Really, you're just there to back them up, and they could care less like why you're there, because honestly, seasonal people, they don't keep often. So you're gonna be seasonal, what's the point of really talking to you or getting to know you if you're not gonna be there in like a few weeks, whatever. And then, of course, being seasonal, like I said, you don't get a lot of hours. You only get 4 to 5 hours. If you're lucky and you pick up somebody else's shift, hey, that's great for you. You can get added hours. The problem that I had at my location is I would always pick up someone's shift. Like, there were people calling out almost every day. And every day that those people called out, I would pick up their shift. Now, in the app, the manager has to go ahead and approve that. Or else you can't do it without it being approved. So my thing is, the approval wouldn't even come until the day of. That's not how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to approve it ahead of time so that hey, on this day you need to go in and cover this person's shift. But it wouldn't come until the day of, which is what pissed me off. Because even though, yes, I was available and I didn't have anything to do, if something did come up that I needed to do, and then you call me and be like, hey, can you come in and cover this person's shift? Well, why didn't you approve it ahead of time? Now I need to go and do something else and I can't cover. So pretty much I'm losing the hours that I wanted, but you just didn't approve it on time, which is not my fault. If I could approve it myself, I would approve it myself, but I couldn't. And I pretty much did that all the time. When I was part-time and I would pick up somebody's shift, it would always get approved and I would always get extra hours. When I became seasonal and I tried to pick up somebody's shift, it would never get approved. And other seasonal associates would go ahead and do the same thing, and the other seasonal associates too would also wait until the day of to find out. And of course there's favorites. If a part-timer goes and they try to pick up somebody's shift, and even though you already picked up somebody's shift, they're not going to pay attention to the fact that you already said, yes, I can cover them on that day. They're just going to give it to a part-timer, because why waste those hours on a seasonal associate? So that's something that really pissed me off about Bath and Body Works, and what really got me over the edge with them. Um, okay, this for me, sorry, I'm looking at my phone to remember like what I wrote down. This for me has to be the biggest con for the company. So when you work at Bath and Body Works, there are sales metrics that have to be met. You know, when you go into the store and they at the counter, when you go up, they're like, hey, did anyone help you today? There's a list of associates that come up, and most of the associates are the sales floor leads, and then sometimes the cashiers. Now, if someone was to say that I helped them at the register, I can't give myself that credit. I have to give it to one of the sales floor leads. Because cashiers aren't really supposed to have sales floor leads like that. It's supposed to go to them. So, like I said, there's a list of names and there's a list of metrics. The sales floor people have to meet their metrics per week. So, let's say that somebody is low for a week. Even though I went up to the counter and I said, hey, Tiffany helped me, I can't give that credit to Tiffany. I have to give the credit to Martha because Martha is low for the week. And for me, that is a moral issue. If you have people that are working their butt off on the floor to try and get your company money and sales, and somebody goes to the counter and say, hey, Tiffany helped me, and I don't give the credit to Tiffany, and I give it to Martha, there's a problem with that. Because why does Martha deserve the credit for Tiffany's sale if she's not the one that convinced that customer to purchase that product on that day? That makes no sense to me. And again, I don't know if this is all store locations, but I know that my store, the manager would watch those metrics on an hourly basis. And each time when I was at the register, if there was a girl there at the register who's been there longer than me, like say, I don't know, like a year or whatever, she would tell me, hey, this person is low, so, and all of the sales go towards her. And then in the next hour, hey, this person is low, go ahead and start giving them more credit. And then eventually when everything evened out, we can go back to giving the proper sales to the proper people. Now, once it goes back to the way to someone being low, go ahead and give that credit to that person. I'm like, me as a person, I wouldn't want to do that. And I hated doing that. I did it because the manager told me to and because the associates told me to. But me as a person, there's just something wrong with that. If I would hate for it to be me in their shoes and me work really hard to get a sale, to get someone to buy all of these products worth over like $100 or whatever, and for that credit that was mine to go to someone else who didn't make the sale. So for me, that's stupid. And I don't know what kind of compensation they would get on that, like if they got a percentage of the sale or if they got a bonus. I really don't know how that worked, but I know that they didn't want any credit going towards the cashiers, even though the cashiers would sometimes help the customers, and they'll be like, oh, you helped me. Oh, well, sorry, I can't give myself that credit. I'm gonna give it to Martha today. So it's honestly just stupid to me, and it really aggravated my soul. But overall, the reason that I quit Bath and Body Works was when I became a seasonal associate. Because when I became a seasonal associate, I really saw what the manager was like towards seasonal people. The hours that we wouldn't get, the jobs that we would have to do, like we would basically just be in the store stocking the shelves. Sometimes we'll be at the register, or sometimes we'll be in the back unpacking stuff or throwing away boxes, whatever the case. Honestly, we were just there to help the part-timer and full-timers. Nobody really paid us attention. I was just like, wow, it's completely different than being a part-timer. So basically what I ended up doing is I was scheduled for a shift on sometime in December for their candle day. Yes, candle day. What is candle day, you ask? Well, candle day is a day for Bath and Body Works. It's one of the biggest sales time of the year next to the semi-annual. Basically, the store puts quite a major discount on their 3-wick candles, and people will line up at the store and wait for hours upon hours to get all these candles that they want. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, people would literally be outside the store waiting in chairs, waiting with coolers with food and drinks, waiting. Like, the line went on, and it went on all day long. So pretty much that week, I hadn't been scheduled for Bath and Body Works for 3 weeks. Then all of a sudden, of course, I knew that I was going to be scheduled for Candle Day, because knowing from previous experience, nobody is off on Candle Day. Everybody works on Candle Day. So on that day, I was scheduled for a 14-hour shift. I was sick, I was not feeling well, and I was like, okay, so you haven't scheduled me for 3 weeks, now you want me to work on the worst day of the year. Although it's 14 hours, why do I want to work on the worst day of the year? And I say worst day of the year because these people are absolutely crazy. When I say that they will push each other just to get candles that they want, we had so many broken candles in the store, I was like, this is not worth it. And half of the people did not understand the promotion. The promotion was pretty much $8.99 or something like that for a 3-wick candle. 3-wick candles are normally $24 each. Okay, so we had a poster that had, different 3-wick candles to portray that we have different scents of candles. So we had 3 of them on the picture, and the picture said $8.99 for 3-wick candles. Tell me how people would get to the front of the line. They would be at the register, and I would ring them up and I would tell them what their price is. Their price was like, I don't know, $24, $30. And they're like, well, it says on your poster that it's $8.99 for 3-wick candles. I have 3-wick candles. And the person was like, see, I have 3 candles. 3 candles. And it's supposed to be $8.99. No, honey, it's not supposed to be $8.99. It's $8.99 per candle for a 3-wick candle. So that drove me crazy. So just me knowing from prior experience how Candle Day is, I already did not want to go in. Especially the fact that it gets super hot in the store with everyone in there, and we're literally sweating, standing there for hours upon hours. I was like, I don't want to do this. And the fact that you haven't scheduled me for 3 weeks and now you scheduled me on the worst day of the year, I really don't want to do this. So I ended up not showing up at all. I blocked the company on my phone so I wouldn't receive any phone calls. And I just didn't show up because I was like, you guys already treat me horribly being a seasonal associate, and now you want me to go in after you didn't schedule me for 3 weeks. I don't think so. So overall, I mean, I would still shop at Bath and Body Works, obviously, because I love their scents and I love their candles. But would I ever work there again? Absolutely not. Unless I'm like part-time or full-time. I don't know. Maybe. But not at the same store, because like I said, there are certain things that the store manager and associates did that I did not like. But anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and film this video and give you guys like my perspective on what it was like working for the company. Of course, I'm not trying to discourage anyone from working at Bath and Body Works. If you want to work there, go ahead and work there. It is a great start for a person who wants to do retail, because it's not as hard as other retail stores like clothing stores. Clothing stores I find are harder to work at because there's just so much more that you have to do as far as prices, like pricing items, putting items back, making sure everything has a ticket, all that stuff. With Bath and Body Works, all you do basically is sell and restock. Sell, restock, that's it. Sell, restock, and check them out. There's not much to it, and pretty much everything in the store is easy to find because they're all on walls or in displays. So if you need an item, here's the item. You don't have to go through the store. You don't have to go in the system and be like, is this item available? Yes, no, I don't know. You pretty much just be like, oh, there's the product, or you just go get it. It's pretty easy for a first time retail job, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's pretty much just my experience working at Bath and Body Works. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I am going to be doing more videos like this with other experiences at other jobs that I've had. So I just wanted to go ahead and share my story with you. I don't know when I'm going to be posting the next video, but just be on the lookout for it. And everyone, with everything going on right now, try to stay safe out there, and I will see you guys next time.